All right, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I have a Taskrabbit story to tell you and a question. I want to know what you think about this situation. So anyways, it has to do with the 2-hour minimum, okay? Having a 2-hour minimum. That's what it's about. So before anyone asks, yes, I took my braids out. So I had cornrows, and the last time I had cornrows, I was in high school. So I forgot what it's like to have them. And the lady that did my hair did a great job. That mess was itching like crazy. I had it for a week and I forgot how much your hair itches. It was like unbearable. So
my first day with braids, and I'm loving it. It's only been 5 hours and I'm already itching. No. It's only been 10 hours. And it's this part, I just need to really itch it, but I can't get it. If I get it, I'll ruin the braids. Oh, it's only been nearly 24 hours. Oh my. And day one is completed. We'll be having braids.
So I'm like, you know what, forget that. So I had my wife take my braids out yesterday. I'm rocking the bun right now. I'm gonna get my hair done the way it was before. So the drop down braids, that's the best for me. The cornrows, I couldn't do it. So anyways, this is a temporary look. So just want to let you know. I know somebody gonna ask. So I'm on my way to pick up an expedite order right now. And then I want to talk about the 2-hour minimum on Taskrabbit. So as I drive to this pickup, I just thought about a question that somebody asked me a long time ago. They asked me, why do I always wear a headband? So as you guys know, when I first started, my very first videos, I used to wear sunglasses because it's always hot in Texas. It's always hot and sunny. So I used to wear sunglasses to protect my eyes. And those sunglasses were causing a ring around my eyes. So like around my eyes was real light because it wasn't getting no sunlight. So I decided to switch to the hat. So I started wearing hats, and that worked very well. So it helped protect me from the sun and shade my eyes. So that's what started wearing the hat. So I always wear a headband underneath the hat because I sweat a lot. This is a sweatband. So when I used to work for Sleep Number, there was a guy that I used to work with, not all the time, but because we rotated, and he would sweat like crazy. I mean, his whole body just dripping sweat. And we'll go in customers' house, and these people spent, $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 on this bed. And we had to put the bed together, and he would be leaning over the bed and like connecting everything and just drenching the thing. It was embarrassing. It would be puddles of sweat on the floor in the customer's house. Very embarrassing. So I sweat a lot. I don't sweat that much though, but my head will drip. And so I started wearing sweatbands, and this one works really good. I bought like 6 of these, and they work very well, different colors. So that's the reason why I wear it. I don't want to drip sweat in a customer's house, on their floor, or on the product that I'm delivering. A lot of times I'm assembling something or whatever. That's the reason why. So that is something, if you do sweat a lot, I do recommend investing in a sweatband. If you wear a hat, you could wear a sweatband under the hat. These are really thin. So that's the reason why. I just wanted to answer that. All right, guys, I'm here at the pickup. This is my first time picking up from this place. So this is actually not far from my house. Nichas Comida Mexicana. That's where we going. All right, guys, just picked up. This is what the order looks like. Very small order. And we are driving a total of 2 miles. That's it. It's going to take 8 minutes. So we're on time. Don't need to rush. All right, guys, as I drive to this drop off, I just want to acknowledge my son. My son is 16 now. He's learning how to drive. Gave him a couple driving lessons. There's a school right by my house, so I took him over there to learn how to drive. And he's doing pretty good. He's learning in our minivan. We don't have a car anymore. As you guys know, I sold my car. So I do have plans of buying him a car because he's doing so well in school. He's taking AP courses. He's got offers to colleges already. He's very, very smart. So anyways, I also want to highlight his strength. So, he was playing football, but he likes working out. And he's starting to get pretty big. I couldn't believe it. I saw him with his shirt off, and I was like, man, my son is getting ripped. So he's working out like regularly, and his strength has increased. And so if you guys remember, there was a video where I had him try to pull a refrigerator back with the appliance dolly, and he couldn't do it. And that was only a couple months ago. All right, so here we go. This is my son. This is his first time trying to tilt the fridge back. So I kind of told him how to do it, and he could not get that thing tilted. I think he was scared. I think he was scared of the weight. He was scared that if he got it pulled down, he wouldn't be able to hold it. So I had him do it recently, and he could do it with ease now. This is part 2. CJ couldn't do this. CJ could not do this before, so this is part 2. He a little stronger, a little bigger. Let's see what he can do. That was less than a year ago. Got it. Nice. There you go. And can he put it down without slamming it? Yep, good job. Now you see how hard I be working. His strength is increasing. I just wanted to give him a shout out. I told him I would on my video, so I'm very proud of my son though. He's doing amazing in everything. So one more thing I want to show you. What is this? Just look at this for a minute. What in the world is this? Apparently this is some type of math. So this is his homework. And I'm like, I have no idea what this is. No idea. So some of y'all may know, I don't know, but I ain't never seen no math like that before. All right, y'all, so this is the very next day, and I took my van in this morning for maintenance. So this is the routine maintenance. If you guys remember, I did a video where I showed you all of the recommendations I had, and I knocked it all out. It was like $1,000 worth. I did it all. So today, everything went smooth. No recommendations. Got the oil change, tire rotation, full inspection, check all the fluids, all that stuff. And it only costs $87. So maintenance does not cost that much. People are scared of maintenance. It's not bad. Anyways, so the good thing is I was able to drop my vehicle off, and I'm still able to work. So I was still able to do my dealer's route in my minivan, and I even was able to do a catering order as well. So usually on maintenance day, when you turn your vehicle in, obviously, you know, I don't have my vehicle, you're not supposed to make no money. Or at least that's how it's supposed to be, right? Or, you know, I could wait there until they're done, but no, I got another vehicle, so I'll go out and still make money. So I actually did a short on that. There's jobs that you could do in your other vehicle when your van is down. So anyways, I just picked up the van, I'm headed home. So I want to ask you guys a question or your opinion about a Taskrabbit 2-hour minimum situation. Okay, I'm gonna do a separate video of why I don't always charge a 2-hour minimum. Sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. I'll explain that on a different video. So anyways, I'm gonna just give you the scenario, and you guys let me know what you think. All right, so this is secondhand information. It's actually third-hand because it's another driver in my market that I'm friends with told me about this. So he heard it from the customer, and he told me. So it's kind of third-hand info. I don't know the other drivers. I don't have their side of the story. I know there's two sides to every story, so I'm just telling you what I know, or what I was told. All right, so basically, I'm not gonna explain Taskrabbit. If you don't understand Taskrabbit, I have videos on it. This is for people that already understand Taskrabbit, how it works, or if you're on the platform. So Taskrabbit has a 2-hour minimum button that you could toggle. You can toggle it on and off. And I keep mine off, and I'll explain why on a different video. But you can toggle it on and off, and when you toggle it on, it's letting the customer know that you have a 2-hour minimum, okay? So Taskrabbit is the hourly rate. You set your own hourly rate. So if my hourly rate is $80 per hour, the customer automatically agrees to pay you for 1 hour, even if the job took 10 minutes. It doesn't matter. So whether it takes 10 minutes or 45 minutes, they pay you for an hour of work, okay? This is the scenario. So there was a customer, this is a business, the customer hired 2 taskers, not 1 but 2 taskers to move a table, like a office table or desk, kind of like a conference desk, from one office building to another, and the other office is right across the street, so they don't have to go far. You probably could push it on a dolly or maybe load it and just take it across the street. Not a long distance. The rate that the taskers had was $80 per hour, which is kind of common in my area. So the customer hired them, and I don't know where the confusion is, but apparently the customer, once the taskers did the job, they moved the table, they thought they were done. So they thought that they were hired just to move a table and that's it. The customer was like, oh, once you're done, I got some more work, right? I need you to like move some more furniture around in the office, and to maybe like assemble some chairs, some tables, stuff like that. Like she probably had about 2 to 3 hours worth of work for them to do, like labor job, right? So the taskers told her, we're not doing that. We were here to just move the table. That's our understanding. I don't know where the confusion is. I don't know what was said in the chat. The chat is the contract, so the driver, the tasker, has a responsibility to make sure they know exactly what they're doing. And the customer the same. You can't add more work. You can't hire them for one thing and add more work. My understanding is that the taskers were aware. They knew that there was more work to do, but because it was assembling furniture, that's when they said we're not doing that. So like moving furniture around, I'm assuming they were good with, but they needed to put the furniture together first and then move it around. So they did not want to do any assembly, neither one of them. So long story short is they took about 10 to 15 minutes to complete that first part, to move the table. They finished, they're done. They're like, we're not doing anything else. They refused to do any more work. So they ended the task, and they both charged her for the 2 hours, 2 hour minimum. They both charged her. So they both got, so she had to pay for 4 hours of work. And this is the total. At $80 an hour, this is the total that the customer paid for a job that took 15 minutes, and all they did was move a table. They refused to do any other work, but they still charge her a 2 hour minimum. Okay. Now, I can see both sides. I understand that when you have a 2 hour minimum and you toggle that on, right? You toggle the 2 hour minimum on. I don't know if these guys did or not, but you're supposed to have it on. That means that the customer agrees to pay you a minimum of a 2 hour payment. Meaning it doesn't mean that it has to take 2 hours. It just means that you're agreeing to pay the 2 hour minimum, right? So it'll be $160. They're agreeing to that. And they're saying, as a driver, you're saying that I don't want to do a job unless I can get paid for at least 2 hours of work. So you're also agreeing to work for at least 2 hours, right? You're saying I'm willing to work for 2 hours so I can get a minimum of 2 hours of payment. That's what that means. These guys refused to work, to continue work. They did a job that took 15 minutes, and they still charged her a 2 hour minimum. Now, if the customer knew that and understood that, I can see that side. But then I also see the other side. I can see the side for the customer. Well, I don't know what was said. Again, I don't know what's in the chat, but if the customer let them know that there's about 3 or 4 hours worth of work for you and you refuse to do it, I would say that you don't really have a right to charge a 2 hour minimum at that point. It's kind of a gray area. So I have my opinion on it. I want to hear what you guys say first. I'll probably give you my opinion on it on my video when I talk about why I don't charge a 2 hour minimum all the time. But I just wanted to run that by you guys. What do you think about that? Is it fair that those guys did that and got paid $160 each for a 15-minute job moving one item, and they refused to do the work, like the work that would have caused them to work for at least 2 hours or more? They refused to. So anyways, I don't know what happened. I don't know if the customer complained or what happened, but that's just something to think about. These are the experiences that customers have. So when a customer has an experience like that, that hurts the market. That hurts all taskers, because that's the, you know, that customer more than likely will probably never use Taskrabbit again, knowing that that's the type of service that they're gonna get, and that, you know, someone will, you know, can refuse to do work and still charge a 2-hour minimum. I put myself in the customer's shoes. I would be very upset, and I would not agree to that. So I don't know, a lot of I don't knows, but anyways, that was the scenario, and let me know what y'all think. All right, y'all, that's it. Y'all have a good one. I'll catch y'all on the next one.